And the puck at center ice right now, just off the opening faceoff. Horan flips it out to center ice, picked up by Bunstone, and he takes it across for the Sandstoners. Knocked away, gets a weak shot off right in front, and it goes in behind the net. And a good opportunity there for Potsdam right off the bat. Puck in behind. Horan after it. He's being forechecked by Mike Morris, who's playing forward today. Of course, that's Coach Mark Morris's son. The puck dumped back out to center ice. Stoners control. Bunstone with it. He'll drop it to his partner, Cameron Brown. Brown fanned on the clearing pass, stolen by Aaron Michaud. He skates it in front. Michaud, backhand shot. Save made. The puck sits in front. Here's another shot, another save. But the net had been knocked off its moorings, and the whistle blows. So both teams with an opportunity here right off the bat.
Good, couple of good opportunities. The first one, the Sandstoners. Timmy Bunstone brought the puck in the zone and set up Michael Morris down low, and the Raiders came right back with Aaron Michaud down that left side as he set up Tad Engstrom, and Pete Dangermond made a nice save.
Off the face-off, the Robidoux line out there. Robidoux, Menkes, and Matt Joe. David Park pinches in, flips it in behind the Potsdam net, back after James Williams. He's bothered in the corner. It squirts free. Robidoux can't come up with it. Flipped around the boards there by Kelleher. Doesn't clear the zone. Trickles out by the blue line. Robidoux bangs it ahead to Menkes. Has it knock off his skate, and out to center ice it comes. Matt Jobe back to pick it up. Here's Jobe with a puck. He skates in his own end, starts it back again. Out to Robidoux. Robidoux circles back to the Massena blue line. Looks up ice. Skates by one. Here's Robidoux across the blue line, right down the middle. Makes a move. Centering pass in front. Bounces right on, and a save made. As actually, I believe that went off a Potsdam defender.
Big Matt Robidoux just wheeling, picking up the puck in the neutral zone. Through the middle, gained the blue line. The Potsdam defense giving him all kinds of respect, really backing down, coming down that left side is off wing, and threw a centering pass out in front, but Dangermond was able to grab it and hold on.
Off the faceoff, Robidoux again picks it up, gets a shot off, save made, rebound. Menkes can't put it in the open net, and the puck moved out to center ice. Carroll is there to backhand it right across. Raiders get onside. It comes to Bunstone in behind his own net. Here's Timmy Bunstone with it. He'll start out for the Stoners. Headman pass comes to the Massena line. David Park has it knock off a body, gets it back again. Park being bothered there by Chris Bennett, but he comes away with a puck trying to move it ahead to Jobe. No, Bennett steals. Here's Bennett, poke checked by Carroll to the blue line, kept in at the point. Cameron Brown's shot is wide, and the puck goes all the way around the other side where Matt Jobe leaves it for Matt Robidoux. Here's Robidoux down the ice with Menkes. Here's Robidoux in the slot, winds up the shot right on, and the save made by Pete Dangermond. Back to the point. Smith can't keep it in. Picked up again by Chris Bennett. He's just going to dump as both teams making wholesale changes. It wasn't as much Dangermond making a save as Robidoux fired it right at him.
Exactly, a cannon.
In the corner it goes. Raiders control now. Levine trying to move it out to center ice. Does not clear the zone. Kept in there by Potsdam. They flip it into the corner. Back after it, there's Adam Wood. He rips it around the boards, intercepted along the blue line. Bodies flying. The puck trickles out. Here's a shot from the point. The save made Meacham, and is cleared down the ice by the Raider defense, Steve Smith, and that'll be icing on Massena.
By design, the Potsdam strong side defenseman, Jerry, on 3 occasions in a row is pinched down, and they're standing right on the blue line. Haven't got a chance to get the puck, and on 3 occasions, Massena's tipped it by him, came away on a 2-on-1, and that last one was Matt Robidoux coming down on the 2-on-1, and he allowed the defense to back in and turned around from about 35 feet out and just scalded one that you mentioned. Pete Dangermond didn't see it, but he was in the right spot at the right time. And he's still feeling the effects of that shot.
Michael Morris out, take the face off. The puck sits in the circle, cleared into the corner. Morris after it in there along with Horan. The puck squirts free to Steve Smith. He starts it out right side. Ahead to Levine, poke checked away. Puck in the corner again. Back after it in for the Sandstoners is Josh Taylor. Taylor flips it in the corner. Morris back to Taylor behind the net a little bit too far, and Horan will pick it up and headman it right on the stick of Brown. Brown has it knocked away, bounces back into the Massena zone. In behind the net is Steve Smith. Smith looks up ice, goes to Levine. Levine just lets it go out to center ice to Engstrom. Engstrom by one. Has it knocked away at the blue line. It trickles in on Dangermond. He'll steer it into the corner for his defenseman Bunstone. Bunstone rips it around the boards. Here come the Stoners trying to move it out to center ice. Did they clear? They did not, as the puck kept in momentarily by Rochford. Now it's poked to center ice. Carroll dumps it right back. Raiders have to get onside, but it's right back out again. Carroll, he dumps it again to the blue line. It's blocked. And right back comes Potsdam, deep in Massena territory. In behind the net, Kevin Horan flips it around the boards for Aaron Michaud. Michaud moving ahead to Engstrom, off the boards and down the ice. Trickles, not far enough for icing. Racing for it is Rochford along with Bunstone, and the puck goes in behind the net. Rochford lost his stick and has to go back after it. In the meantime, Potsdam clears to center ice. Here's Aaron Michaud with it, but he's got a man offsides. As Rochford had to get a stick, he gets onside, takes it across, is upended. The puck comes free and out to center ice. Right back in the zone again by Horan, knocked down by Bunstone. Bunstone trying to clear. Aaron Michaud keeps it in the zone to Rochford. Here's Paul Rochford, backhand shot right on, save made, Dangermond. Great play by Michaud to keep the puck in the zone, and a good play by Rochford to get a shot on.
Excellent job and an excellent save by Pete Dangermond in the Potsdam goal. Looking at some of the numbers on these youngsters, Jerry, size-wise, the Stoners at a huge disadvantage size-wise. They're a very small team. I'm surprised. One of the smaller high school teams that I've seen this year, and they're giving away 15 to 20 pounds a man.
Mankeys will take the face-off inside Potsdam territory. Off the draw, right to Robidoux. He lost it off the end of his stick. Here's Wood with it. Quick snapshot, doesn't get through. Goes in the corner. Matt Job. Job drops it to Mankeys. Mankeys circles into the corner again. Left side of Dangermond. Here's Mankeys moving in front. Dangermond gets a stick on it, poked it away. Puck in behind the net for James Williams. He's knocked down. The puck goes around on the other side as they try to move it ahead. It's Josh War. He dumps it to center ice, goes by everybody, and down the ice into the Massena zone where David Park picks it up. Here's Park looking, doesn't clear the zone, bounces into the circle. They battle for it. It goes off a leg in the corner. War back to the point. Here's a drive from the point, deflected. Back into the corner again. Robidoux back after it. He'll take it in, trying to flip it along the boards to Park. David Park with it, turns it around. Here's Park now looking to move it ahead along the boards. Will they get it out to center ice? Here comes Robidoux. Robidoux, he's got Job with him, trying to flip it in the corner to Job. Matt picks it up there, looks, drumps it back in for Robidoux. Robidoux pokes it in behind, but is picked up there by Josh War and up off the ice surface, off a stick. We're down to 9:31 left in period number 1. And on the Evergreen Memorial scoreboard, we are scoreless. Our broadcast on WMSA brought to you by Massena Optics, Main Street in Massena. Also by Reynolds Metals, St. Lawrence Reduction Plant, Massena Building Supply downtown, and by the members of Seacom Federal Credit Union. Off the draw, puck in behind, Bunstone for Potsdam. You're going to see Timmy Bunstone log a lot of ice time, and he can dangle. He gets by the Massena defenseman, trying to flip it in front. They got a chance, and it goes wide. I'm not sure it got through or if Meacham got a piece of it, but Raiders control. Stevie Smith moves it out to center ice. Horan trying to flip it ahead, or that's Whitcup rather. And it's dumped by Brown deep in Potsdam territory. The best chance Potsdam's had of the night right there. Puck in behind and flipped around, all set up by good move by Bunstone. Back to the point, Smith keeps it in. Poke checked away. And back inside Massena territory, Kevin Horan after it. Here's Horan, flips it ahead, back out to Brown. Brown has it knocked off his stick, and that's Mike Morris moving it to the Massena line. Right across the line, here's Josh Taylor, he's upended. The puck comes free, Chris Levine for Massena. Levine down the boards to Angstrom. Angstrom trying to barge his way through. The puck gets through, he doesn't, and is picked up there by Joe Charleboy, the 8th grade defenseman. Charleboy dumps it around on the other side, in behind the net. Stoners try to clear, kept in at the point by Massena, goes right back in to James Williams. Williams in behind. Rochford looks to take it away. Poke check back to the blue line. Park pinches in, keeps it in. Goes to Michaud. Michaud to Angstrom. Angstrom knocked away. Comes to Park. Park quick snapshot. Goes in behind the net. Off the boards. Rochford trying to feed it in front. Back to the point. Carroll shot right on. Save made. Rebound. Rochford battles for it. Takes it into the corner. Paul Rochford with it. Now to Aaron Michaud. They battle in the corner to the blue line. Park can't keep it in. It trickles out. Right back is Carroll to dump it in, but we have a whistle. And David Park is going to pick up an elbowing call.
Well, there you talked about it in one of our earlier broadcasts, Jerry. A lot of times David Park picks up elbowing penalties because of his size. You know, he's 6'4" and put those skates on, and that time it was if it would hit, say you checked you, it would have been a clean check, but they called him for elbowing. He forechecked one of the Potsdam players a little shorter than he was, and those elbows took him right in the head. So Sandster's going to go into power play here with 7:57 in this left to go in this first period. Scoreless hockey game.
Robidoux and Mankey is out there along with Smith and Carroll. For Potsdam, Marcus Kelleher is up front. And we'll pick up the others. Richard Murphy is one, and Josh Taylor is one, as the Raiders clear it out to center ice. Back in the zone it goes. Michael Morris steps back to play the point, along with James Williams on this Potsdam power play. Morris, a converted defenseman. Of course, Adam Cook, one of Potsdam's best forwards, is out with a knee injury. And of course, Nathan Whitcup from Massena out with a knee injury. I talked to Nathan before the game, and he said he's feeling better. He's going to see the doctor tomorrow and hopes to be back by Wednesday.
Listen, if he had one leg cut off and the other one hanging, he'd tell you he felt pretty good to be back by tomorrow. So.
Raiders steal the puck in the zone. It comes to Robidoux in front. The shot, the save, the rebound in the corner. Mankey's got a piece of it. And a puck comes in behind to James Williams. Williams being bothered by Mankey's. Mankey steals the puck again. Here's Mankey's to Robidoux. Robidoux had it bounce off his stick. And out to center ice is Kelleher. Kelleher flips it in the Massena zone. Right back down the ice it goes. And the Raiders going to make penalty killing changes with 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Here comes Bunstone out to center ice. Timmy Bunstone into the Massena zone. Dumps it in behind the net. Now he goes after it. He's taken out of the play by Smith, and there's going to be another penalty.
Oh, boy.
They're going to call Smith for a hit from behind.
Yeah, I can't believe that call. This is a young new official. I have it on Mark Layton, I do believe, and that's I hate to. And Steve Smith comes to the bench and just shaking his head, and I don't disagree. That's a terrible call, really. Calling for hitting from behind. He just took the Potsdam player into the boards, and after he hit him, he kind of spun him around and called him from hitting from behind. Wow.
That'll give Potsdam a two-man advantage for 5 seconds. Off the draw, Raiders win the face-off, and down the ice it goes. So that'll take care of that one penalty anyway.
The key that the Raiders, one of the keys today is to keep Timmy Bunstone, who likes to rush the puck, keep him off the scoreboard.
That's the key. You're right. Here comes Potsdam dumping it deep in the Massena zone after David Park. Park in the corner trying to flip it ahead to Angstrom. Doesn't quite clear the zone. Back to the blue line. They move it, they got a man in front, but Morris couldn't get a handle of it. Now he takes it into the corner. Moving it around, it goes wide on the other side to Scott Butler. Butler setting it up. Back to the point it goes. McCluskey to Butler. Butler into the circle, right across the goal mouth. Somebody got a stick on it. It tipped into the corner. Back to the point again, Bunstone. He is checked. Hard check thrown by Angstrom. The puck squirts free. Carroll just lofts it down the ice. Nice play by Angstrom. 35 seconds left in the penalty. Still 0-0 on the Evergreen Memorial scoreboard. Win the first period. Massena Potsdam at Pine Street Arena. Here come the Sandstoners into the Massena zone. It's Scott Butler. He gets a weak shot off. It's knocked down in front, and the Raiders dump it down the ice again. Dangermond is going to leave it for Marcus Kelleher. Kelleher drops it back, and out the center ice it comes. It's going to come to Kevin Horan. Horan waits, and then lofts it. And it went up into the Massena bench, and he's not too happy with himself because he had it high and hit the goalpost. Penalty as he elapsed, and the Raiders control the puck out to center ice. Here comes Matt Brown with it. He can't quite handle it. Knocked back to the Massena blue line. Picked up there by the Raiders, Levine. Levine poke checked away. Now Wood flips it ahead to the Potsdam line. Intercepted there by Brown. Puck comes to the Massena line. And it's picked up by Chris Levine. Levine just flips it ahead, dumped right back. They're playing between the blue lines right now. Adam Wood with it. Wood looks up, goes to Levine. Levine trying to move it ahead, lost sight of it. It goes high in the air. Wood with it. He gets checked, trying to kick the puck free. The Stoners control Kelleher, and it goes into the corner as it rolled right across in front of the net. Now the puck picked up in behind by the Sandstoners. Evans gets it in front. Here's a shot. Meacham comes up and covers up. And we'll have a face-off as the Raiders looked a little shaky there in their own end that time. They had an opportunity, 3 or 4.
Opportunity for the Sandstoners. Through a lot of traffic, had goaltender Matt Meacham beaten, but hit the right goal post dead on and bounced out. And just after that, good job by Matt Brown as he tied up number 8 Scott Butler in front of the net on a loose bouncing puck with a wide open net.
Robidoux off the face-off with War. The puck to the blue line, kept in at the point. Now Robidoux picks it up and starts out. Here comes Matt Robidoux. Oh, he just gets hauled down, and there's no call. Now the puck comes into the corner. Stoners control, and out to center ice. Hard check thrown there by Matt Jobe. The puck goes to the Massena line. Brian Carroll. Carroll's head man goes to Mankeys. Mankeys trying to take it across, knocked away, not out of the zone. Robidoux cruising in front, trying to feed it through, gets it back again. Here's Robidoux to Jobe. His shot right on, the save made. And we have a whistle. as I guess Dangermond had a piece of it, and he holds on.
Oh, an outstanding save. Pete Dangermond has Matt Job after the scrum, and a lot of work by number 22, Matt Robidoux. The puck came free to Job right out in front, about 25 feet out, and he had plenty of time. He cranked up a slap shot labeled top left-hand corner, and Dangermond made the save. Hit him high on that left shoulder. Excellent save by Pete Dangermond.
Robidoux will take the face-off for Massena in the Potsdam zone to the right of Dangermond. He'll face it off against Mike Morris. Off the draw, Mankies. Mankies can't get the shot off, trying to barge his way by. Takes it into the corner. Here's Mankies with it. Flips it ahead to Job. Job can't control. Carroll pokes in and keeps it in. Nice job, Robidoux. Matt Robidoux flips in the corner, but nobody there for Massena. The Stoners move it out to center ice. Carroll stops the pass. Flips it ahead to the Potsdam line. In the zone it goes. Job after it. He can't get a handle on it, but he stays with the puck. It comes to Robidoux out by the blue line and jumped over his stick. David Park to an open wing. Mankies, and he'll be called for offsides as he touched the puck inside the zone.
Yeah, Stevie, a little slow coming out of the zone. That's twice. I'm sure when he gets back to the bench, the coaching staff's going to say, hey, you got to hustle to get out of that zone. Little tardy coming out, and I mentioned twice in a row, and that one cost him a scoring opportunity. You got to work hard. You can't coming back. You back check, you forward check hard both ways.
Engstrom's line out there now. Engstrom, Roschert, Michaud. Off the faceoff. Marcus Kelleher to the Massena line. Steve Smith. He'll go over on the other side to Kevin Horan. Horan bangs it ahead to center ice. Potsdam controlling again and dumping it deep in the Massena zone. Here's Smith again, picking it up, flipping it in the corner. Racing in after it, Richard Murphy. He and Horan battle for it. The puck squirts free to Engstrom. Engstrom into the corner to Smith. Smith moves it ahead. Rochford, headman pass, intercepted by Cameron Brown. Brown circles back in his own end and starts out. His pass did a clear. He just barely got out of the zone. Right back in is Rochford. Here's Rochford. His shot knocked up over the net. Engstrom after it in the corner. Pat Engstrom along the boards, gets tied up, and the puck squirts free. Stoners move it out to center ice. Into the Massena zone it goes. Horan picks it up, takes it in behind the net. Here's Kevin Horan, still has it in the corner, flips it around the boards. It comes free to Rochford. He just moves it to the blue line, not out of the zone. Bouncing in the corner again to Rochford. Paul Rochford looking to flip it ahead. Moves it. There's a scrum at the blue line. It trickles out to center ice, dumped right back in the zone. We're down to 1:45, still no score in the hockey game. Kevin Horan with it, bangs it ahead, not out of the zone. It's stolen by Mike Morris. He skates, shoots over the net. Good opportunity there, and the puck gets tied up in the back of the mesh. An errant clearing pass from the corner, and Morris came skating in and got a good shot off, but it was over the net.
Michael Morris, Coach Joe Stark has moved him up from defense to offense because you mentioned Adam Cook getting hurt, and he needed some offensive thrust. Had a great opportunities. He picked up an errant clearing pass just inside the Massena blue line, walked right in, had Meacham beat top side left, but fired it high over the top.
Off the faceoff, Brown kicks it ahead, picks it up, and shovels it down the ice. And into the Potsdam zone it goes. Joe Charleboy after it. He flips it around the boards. It takes a funny bounce out by the blue line. Carroll steps in front. Here's Carroll, makes the move, shot, scores the goal. Brian Carroll. And the Raiders go up 1-0 on an individual effort by Brian Carroll.
Oh, just an outstanding individual effort by Brian Carroll as the Stoners ran the puck around the dasher, and Brian Carroll from his left defensive point just jumped down, intercepted the puck and walked right in. He beat about 3 Potsdam players, walked right in on Dangermond and got him down and put it right between the legs through the 5-hole. Beautiful goal by Brian Carroll.
Here comes Robidoux, poke checked away into the Massena zone. Back after it is Carroll. Looks up ice off the boards to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Dumped in the corner for the Sandstoners. In behind the net, hard check thrown there. Carroll rips it around the boards, and the Raiders move it out to center ice. Here comes Mankies down the left wing side. He'll take it across. Trying to center it, knocked away. Back out to center ice it goes. Here comes Richard Murphy. Across the blue line into the Massena zone to Kelleher. He dumps it in behind the net. After it there, the Sandstoners' Joe Wilson dumps it behind. Wood after it. He'll flip it around the boards to Job. Job to the blue line, not out of the zone. Comes back to Job, and he pokes it out to center ice. Kelleher picking it up there. Marcus Kelleher with it. We're down in the final minute of play here. The puck bouncing to the Massena line. David Park trying to move it ahead. Here's Park. His headman pass to Job. Job can't quite control it. Now he gets it back, poked away to Park. Park flips it ahead. Mankies takes it across. Mankies trying to feed it through, but it's knocked back to the Massena line with 18 seconds left in the period. Goes to Park. David Park moves it ahead and dumps it deep. 10 seconds left in the period. Mankey's after it in the corner, throws a check. The puck goes in behind. Mankey steals it. Here's Mankey's in front, and Robidoux gets hauled down again. No call. 1 second left, and the buzzer sounds. The second period, and we're underway. Here's a chance for the Stoners. The shot is blocked, comes right back to the point. Here's Cam Brown. He lofts one. Bang! Up into the ceiling. Girders, and we'll have a face-off, probably somewhere out by the blue line.
Matt Meacham tending the goal to our left. This is Matt's 8th start of the year. Comes in with a 5-2 record, a sparkling 1.57 goals against average, and a .926 save percentage.
Off the face-off. Puck to Brown. He dumps it deep in Massena territory. After it there is Travis Evans. Along the boards to the blue line. Bunstone shot. And it was like side of the net, but the kick save made anyway. Puck still not out of the zone. Puck dumped in the corner by Bunstone on the backhand. Smith after it. He rips it around behind, but after it there is Travis Evans. Evans moving it in behind the net. Gets it back again. Here's a sharp angle shot right in front. The save made, and the Raiders finally are going to dump it as they were running around a little bit in their own end. I don't think it's going to go far enough for... Oh, boy. Can you believe that?
Oh, no, I can't.
They're going to call icing on that. Cameron Brown was going back after the puck, and he just slowed down, and they called icing on it as it did cross the red line at a crawl.
That puck went slower than...
Face-off goes back in the Massena zone. 1-0 Raiders lead on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. We're here at Pine Street Arena in the second period. Matt Robidoux will take the face-off against Michael Morris. Off the draw, Robidoux wins it back to David Park. He takes it behind the net, starts out, turns it around. He'll go to Carroll on the other side. Brian Carroll just lofts it, and it bounces off a stick up into the stands, and will face off again inside Massena territory.
Mentioned the Raiders on the road again on Wednesday night at OFA, and that'll be another big game.
Oh, I guess so. And the Blue Devils, despite the loss last night to Rome, are playing great hockey. They beat Canton 6-1 the other night. David Park, off the face-off, moves it out to center ice. Intercepted by Joe Charlebois, dumps right back in the Massena zone. Carroll off the boards to center ice. Morris gets knocked down. The puck comes free to Robidoux. He can't quite control it. Dump back to the Massena line. Carroll. Headman, Robidoux. Robidoux right down the middle, the C's part. Here's Robidoux. He gets hauled down. And finally, there's a call for tripping, as the Potsdam defender took the legs right out from under him. That was Scott Butler, I believe, and it was a good penalty, no doubt, but I was wondering if they're going to call it.
I think it's James Williams will get the call,
Williams?
but
Okay.
A great headman pass by Brian Carroll as he saw the Potsdam defenders wide apart and spotted Matt Robidoux up at the Potsdam blue line, hit him right on the tape. Robidoux jumped on it, went in, and Williams had to haul him down, left his feet and knocked him down, and the Raiders finally going to go on a power play.
Face-off will be to the right side of goaltender Pete Dangermond.
One of the special things that they've done so well this year on the power special teams for Massena.
Off the face-off, goes back to Angstrom to Robidoux. Robidoux lost it off the end of his stick into Mankeys in the corner. Steve Mankeys takes it behind the net. He'll go on the other side to Carroll. Carroll steps by the check, gets a shot off, knocked down in front. Mankeys can't quite get a stick on it. Goes back to Angstrom at the point. Angstrom centers it. Mankeys flips it into the corner, goes after it himself. Here's Mankeys. Mankeys to Angstrom in front, shot, and it went off a leg. Goes to Carroll, his shot. Dangerman makes the save. In the corner, picked up by Bunstone. To the blue line, not out of the zone, kept in. In the corner it goes, now it's kicked out to center ice. And Angstrom has to come back after it. Angstrom flips it ahead for Robidoux. Robidoux to Mankeys. Mankeys takes it across to Robidoux. Robidoux in on the off wing. Here's Matt Robidoux in the corner. Stick handles, looks. Robidoux into the circle. Robidoux still has it, goes to Mankeys, steps behind the net. Here's Mankeys, about 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Puck around the boards, comes back to Park at the point. Park right down the middle, his shot right on. Nice save by Dangermond. Puck in behind the net. And Dangermond's going to go out and grab it and hold on for the face-off.
Excellent save. Pete Dangermond has David Park from the right point, picked up the puck, drifted into the middle, stepped down from about 50 feet, and really scalded a low bullet. Dangermond got the left leg out there and was able to corral the rebound. Excellent save. Just prior to that, Steve Mankeys had a great, as Tad Engstrom cut in the slot area, Mankeys from behind the net hit him perfectly, and Engstrom just kind of fanned on it, but a great scoring opportunity.
Face-off will be in the Potsdam zone after that nice save. Robidoux will take the draw. 21 seconds left in the man advantage. In to take the face-off is Scott Butler for Potsdam. Robidoux wins it. Park. Park cross ice pass. Angstrom skates, winds up. The shot saved. Rebound, another short side shot, another save by Dangermond. 2 good saves right there. And we'll have another face-off.
Raiders coming into today's contest with a 31% success ratio, which is outstanding. 13 for 41 on the power play.
13 seconds left in said same. Face-off right side in the Potsdam zone. Menkes will take the draw. This is where Massena likes to face off. Wins it to Robidoux, but Robidoux was tied up that time. And the puck goes in the corner. Here's a backhand. Menkes gets it back again. Can't get the second shot. It squirts free to Robidoux. 3 seconds left in the power play. Here's a cross-ice pass in front. Carroll shot. Save made. Dangermond got over in time as Carroll had a little trouble teeing it up. And it bounces into the Massena zone. Here's an opportunity for the Sandstoners. The shot, they score. As Scott Butler broke in as the puck took a weird bounce from in the Potsdam zone out to center ice. And the Sandstoners tie it up.
Well, goaltender Matt Meacham would like to have that one back. Not so much the save or the goal, but if he elected to do it over again, he would have come out and got that puck, Jerry. He elected to sit back. He could have easily beaten Scott Butler to that puck, who was he was racing with the Raider back checker, but Matt Meacham, again, if he had to do it over, he could have easily gotten that puck, but Scott Butler hustled to it, got it, and slid a low one along the ice, beat him to the stick side, and the Stoners have tied it up.
So we're all tied up on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. Here's Steve Smith, flipping it ahead, knocked away to the Massena line, picked up by Horan. That puck just took a funny bounce out of the Potsdam zone to center ice. Raiders trying to clear the zone, don't. Brown has it knocked away. Levine comes back after it. Here's Chris Levine out to center ice, trying to poke it ahead. And it's dumped back to the Massena line. Levine picks it up again. Here's Levine, trying to barge his way through on the off wing. And the puck just squirts inside the zone. Whitcup goes after it in the corner, knocked away from him, and out to center ice. Smith will have to come back in the Massena zone. A 1-1 tie hockey game here at Pine Street Arena. Here's Steve Smith with it. Takes it. Starts to move it ahead out of his own zone. Headman pass to Levine, a little bit too far. Levine comes back, picks it up, takes it across. He and Bunstone go together. The puck squirts free at the blue line. They battle for it just inside the Potsdam zone, and the whistle blows as they tie it up, and we'll have a face-off. 11 minutes even left, second period, and on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, it's a 1-1 tie hockey game. Our broadcast brought to you by Coca-Cola, bottlers of Powerade. Also, Massena Savings and Loan on Main Street, by Sullivan's Office Supply of Massena, and by Seaway Orthopedics on Andrew Street in Massena. Off the draw, here's Angstrom with a puck. Gets a shot off, fired it wide. Puck in the corner. Rochford after it there. He's tied up into the boards. The puck squirts free to the blue line. Wood keeps it in. Well, he had it momentarily, and then had it knocked away. It comes to Angstrom. Angstrom trying to flip it ahead. Wood comes up with it, has it knocked away again. Raiders clear it back out to center ice. And it's controlled by the Sandstoners at their own blue line. They cross the red line, dump it deep in Massena territory. Brian Carroll after it. Rips it around the boards for Rochford. Rochford trying to move it ahead. Carroll comes in now, picks it up. Here's Carroll in behind the Massena net. The puck bounces free as they battle for it. Goes to the side of the net. Potsdam controls Kelleher with it. Kelleher moves it along the boards, dumps it in behind. Wood trying to tie his man up. Puck squirts free. Wood picks up the loose puck. Starts out. Flips it right in front, and it's stolen again by Potsdam. They dump it in the corner. Puck in behind Carroll with it. Brian Carroll, he's just going to dump it down the ice. And that'll be icing against Massena, except it comes right in on Dangermond. He has to make a save and flip it out to center ice. Comes to the Massena line. Carroll back after it as the Raiders make changes. Brian Carroll again clears it to center ice. Back in the zone it goes. Raiders will pick up the puck and move it out again. Here's Big Park with it. Moves it ahead to the Potsdam line. Matt Jobe dumps it in behind the net. In Potsdam territory, James Williams back after it. Long headman pass, knocked away by Park. The puck squirts free to the Massena line, and across the blue line it goes. And offsides will be called, I believe, on Potsdam.
Scott Butler mentioned getting that goal coming at the 3:02 mark, the tying goal, and Scott Butler picked up where he left off last year, Jerry. He had 2 goals and 3 assists against the Raiders last year when the Sandstoners won one and tied one against Massena.
Off the faceoff, Matt Jobe flips it ahead of the Potsdam line, picked up there by the Stoners, Joe Charleboy, back to the Massena line. There's a battle and a scrum. Comes just across the blue line. It's kicked into the corner by the Stoners. Steve Smith after it. Here's Smith with it. Flips it along the boards, intercepted, and in the corner it goes. That's Butler again. in behind the net as he's knocked off his feet, but manages to flip it in front to Bunstone. Quick shot, scores a goal, and it's 2-1 Potsdam. And a great play by Scott Butler set that up.
Oh, Butler, just an outstanding play as he battled 2-3 Raiders from the right corner behind the net to the left corner and just out-hustle him and out-battle him for the puck and threw it out in front. A harmless looking. In fact, he was falling on his knees when he threw it out in front. And Timmy Bunstone jumped down from the point and fired one through traffic. Not a lot on it, but Meacham just did not see it and beat him again to the stick side.
So it's a 2-1 lead for Potsdam as the Soners have scored the 2 goals in this second period, and the Raiders have not looked good, especially in their own end. And here's the puck stolen away again as the Potsdam Stoners control it inside Massena territory. It's Josh Taylor knocked off the puck. It comes to Horan. He circles around. Here's Kevin Horan. He'll dump it on the other side for Brian Carroll. Carroll moves it ahead to Mankies. Mankies flips it to Robidoux. Robidoux starts out. Here's Robidoux. It's knocked down again. The puck bounces free. Here's a shot from the blue line. Meacham makes the save. Gives up the big rebound. Here's a chance in front, but it's knocked away. And Robidoux comes back after it. 2-1, Potsdam leading. Matt Robidoux with the puck. Doesn't clear the zone. And it's dumped in the corner again. Comes whistling around behind the net. Brian Carroll after it. And it's stolen away. Puck goes into the corner. Josh War after it. Taken right back by Robidoux. Robidoux starts right in front of his own net, and he'll dump it down the ice. And that'll be right on Dangermond. So no icing. Dangermond makes a save as the Raiders make a line change, and here comes Potsdam right back the other way. To the Massena line. Bounces across, right back out to Potsdam zone. Picked up there by James Williams. Williams on the open wing. Moves it ahead to the Massena line. Steve Smith after it. Smith flips it ahead. Robbie Whitcup. Whitcup pass to Levine. Here comes Levine in on the off wing. Chris Levine, and he got away from him into the corner. Brown after it. Brown to Levine. Here's Levine. He's got a man in front. Whitcup. He circled to Whitcup. He gets knocked down in front. And Wood just can't. He was in the slot and couldn't gather the puck in and get a shot off. And it's dumped back out to center ice. Comes by Smith into the Massena zone. Levine back after it. Here's Chris Levine. He'll flip it over on the other side for Steve Smith. Smith moves along the boards, not out of the zone, bounces out by the blue line. Stoners come right back again, poked away in front, and it's Robbie Whitcup back checking, picking it up. Whitcup headman pass to Levine. Levine busting down the right side. Here's Chris Levine, stops, gets a shot off. Dangermond makes the save and holds on for the face-off. 2-1, Potsdam leading. 6:56 left in the second period on the Corky's Collision scoreboard.
Good shift out there by that line of Chris Levine, Matt Brown, and Robbie Whitcup. And Chris Levine in behind the net had Robbie Whitcup in front. Couldn't get it to him in time. Whitcup calling for it. When he finally did get it, a Potsdam defender came in and knocked him off the play.
Here's Engstrom. Backhand pass. Doesn't get through. Intercepted to the blue line out to center ice. Comes to the Massena line. Smith throws a hard check and comes up with a puck. Flips it ahead. Michaud. Michaud's pass not far enough. Dumped right back in the Massena zone. Smith with it. Smith dumps it ahead again. To Rochford, knocked away. Here's Kelleher with it. He's bodied off the puck. Rochford picks up the loose puck. He's got Michaud with him. Here's Rochford. Rochford backhander. The save made by Potsdam goaltender Dangermond. Now the puck bounces into the corner, and Rochford is down. And the whistle blows.
Paul Rochford down in that left corner. The official down tending to him, calling for Coach Ed Latham to come out. It might be a knee, the way he's... Coach Brian Levac, and
now he's slowly getting up.
Slowly getting up. He's getting up on his own power. Those two Potsdam goals coming at within a minute, 58 seconds of each other. First one by Scott Butler, unassisted, and then that was at the 3:02 mark, and then at the 5-minute mark, Timmy Bunstone with Scott Butler picking up the assist. So Butler, we mentioned 2 goals, 3 assists last year. Here this afternoon, he's got a goal and an assist.
He made that second goal.
Oh, what
made a great play from behind the net.
Oh, well, not only from behind the net, from one corner to the other.
That's
as
right.
He just outworked the Raider, 3 of them in behind the net, and was able to get the puck and throw it out in front.
2-1, Potsdam leading here in the second period. Engstrom will take the face-off outside the blue line. Here comes the chance for Brown. He lost it off the end of his stick. Now it's Michaud in behind the net with Williams. The puck bounces around into the corner. Stoners control. They look up ice to the blue line, just across the blue line. Engstrom back across. Engstrom, Michaud in the corner. Here's Aaron Michaud with it. trying to make the shift. He lost his edge, fell down. The puck comes free, and the Stoners move it down the ice. It bounces out to the blue line and just trickles to the Potsdam Massena line, and across the blue line it goes. It sits there, finally picked up by Engstrom. Thad Engstrom can't clear the zone, but it's followed up by Michaud, knocked away from him. Bounces in on, and we're going to have an offsides call as the Potsdam Stoner caught in the zone. It bounced in on Michaud, and the faceoff will move outside. 5:46 left in the second period. And on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, Stoners lead Massena 2-1.
We mentioned Scott Butler outworking the Raider defense in behind the net, and Scott Butler's only 5'8", 140 pounds. Jerry, you shouldn't let that happen, especially in your defensive end. There's no way that that youngster should outwork 3 red shirts.
Off the faceoff, Brian Carroll flips it ahead off the boards into Potsdam territory. Cam Brown after it, but Robidoux gets there first. Robidoux trying to flip it as he gets knocked down to Menkes. Menkes in behind the net. He's got Job in front, circles instead. Here's Menkes, turns it around in front, the shot. Oh, he just missed wide. Now comes to Job. Job in front, trying to cross it. It bounces in the net. And I don't know how the heck that got in. Job fired it, and I think it bounced off the defenseman and then off Dangermond into the net, and the Raiders have tied it up at 2.
That's what it did. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good, and just after it was Menkes, Steve Menkes, who walked right out in front, had Dangermond beaten and rolled one wide. The puck came back out to Matt Job, who was standing to the right of goaltender Pete Dangermond from a pretty tough angle, and Job just shot the puck, and I think it hit a Potsdam player, hit Dangermond on the shoulder, up over the shoulder, and rolled down the backside and just crawled over the goal line. It probably didn't get over by 2 inches, but Raiders have tied it up here with 5:23 left in the second period.
Now, Potsdam coach Joe Stark is complaining about something. I'm not sure what, but here comes Robidoux again to Job. Job takes it across, has it poke checked away, but Robidoux by the blue line feeds to Job in front to Menkes. Menkes shot, score! Nice 3-way passing play, and the Raiders have taken the lead, 3-2.
Great pass. Matt Job just got a goal, and he just picked up a great assist as he just set up Steve Menkes in alone to the right of goaltender Pete Dangermond, and Menkes took the pass, went across the crease, put Dangermond down and put it in at the empty net. And the Stoners struck for 2 quick goals. The Raiders have come right back here and answered that in spades. Those 2 goals coming, let's see, about a minute and, we'll figure it out later.
Off the face-off, puck dumped in the Massena zone, and I think we're going to have an offsides on Potsdam. This math is tough, isn't it?
Yeah, a minute 15 seconds. Here we go.
One of the Potsdam players is tying his skate. I'll tell you what, that is Michael Morris, and he almost took a header when his skate, that can happen with a skate lace, comes underneath the blade, and I think he still hasn't gotten it fixed. It broke. The laces broke. And so Michael has to come over, and somebody's going to have to replace him. That's going to be Marcus Kelleher.
I tell you, Matt Job at the 9:37 is 3rd of the year from Steve Menkes, and then at the 9:52, a minute 15 seconds later, his 10th of the year, Steve Menkes from Matt Job. We'll see if there's another assist on that.
So the Raiders regain the lead here, leading 3-2 on the Corky scoreboard. Brian Carroll with the puck, drops it, gets it back again in the Massena zone. Here's Carroll, circles back again, picked up a couple of forecheckers, goes around to Brown. Brown trying to knock it by. It trickles to center ice. Robbie Whitcup, his headman pass intercepted, but now Levine picks it up. Here's Chris Levine in the corner. Trying to move it back to the blue line to Robbie Whitcup. The puck knocked away, bounced out to center ice, and Brian Carroll gathers it in there. Carroll flipping ahead for Brown. Brown trying to turn it around, knocked away and dumped deep in Massena territory. Carroll after it in the corner. He's battling forward with Kelleher. Now Robbie Whitcup comes in to help out. Where's the puck? It's finally tied up and the whistle blows, and we'll have a face-off in Massena zone. 4:12 left, period number 2. 3-2 Raiders lead now on the Corky scoreboard.
1 goal, and that by the Raiders in the first period, but both clubs have struck for a pair here in the second. Potsdam got their 2 in a minute 58. Raiders did that a little better, got their 2 in a minute 15. Matt Job from Steve Menkes, and then Menkes doing the honors from Matt Job, so that combination hooking up really well. 4:12, as Jerry mentioned, left in the second period.
Now it's Paul Rochford back on the ice, so that's a good sign for Massena. Off the puck in the corner, Raiders trying to clear it out of the zone. It comes ahead to Michaud. Michaud moving it for Engstrom. He just dumps it to the Potsdam line. Picked up there by the Sandstoners, Joe Charleboy, knocked away by Michaud. He'll drop it to Steve Smith. Smith bangs it ahead for Michaud. Michaud moving it ahead to Engstrom. Tad takes it across. Here's Angstrom out by the blue line, now circles into the Potsdam zone, drops it back to the point. Kevin Horn, he's got room. Here's a shot. He fired it wide. A lot on that, but it was a little bit wide. Now the Stoners are going to ice the puck, and we'll have a face-off back inside Massena territory. 3:38 remaining in period number 2. Raiders lead it 3-2 on the Corky scoreboard. Broadcast also brought to you by Upstate Telecom. Stop in and check out Upstate Telecom. Cellular telephones, car stereo, and car starters. Also North Country Savings Bank in Potsdam, Massena, Ogdensburg, and Canton. Nationwide Insurance and your local Nationwide agents. FNL Seaway Bowl, Tri-Lakes Home Medical Equipment, and Tony's Pizza, a new sponsor in downtown Massena. Off the face-off in the Potsdam zone, puck dumped into the corner by Rochford. Angstrom trying to come up with it, flips it along the boards to Aaron Michaud, who dumps it behind the net. After it there is James Williams. Along the board it goes to Angstrom. He can't keep it in the zone. Here's Potsdam to the Massena line. Horan dumps it right back to Michaud. Michaud circles back and drops it to Steve Smith. Smith, headman, right on the stick of Rochford. He's got Angstrom with him. Feeds it to Angstrom behind him. Great opportunity there. Rochford right back up. Angstrom, a shot. Save. And the puck goes in behind the net. Here is, Rochford just got knocked down from behind. The puck bounces free to the blue line. It's dumped. Not out of the zone, though. Smith keeps it in. He dumps it in the corner. Intercepted Cam Brown. It bounces out to center ice. Back to the blue line. Back down to Massena zone. That'll be icing on Potsdam. And the Sandstoners in a little disarray now.
Little disarray. Raiders have turned it up a notch. Ebb and flow. Just a few minutes ago, the Stoners had the momentum when they scored 2 quick goals. The Raiders have answered that with 2 of their own and are back on the rise. Just a second ago, Paul Rochford almost sending in Tad Ingstrom. Just couldn't get him to pass as Ingstrom went without the puck right between the defense. Just a tad second sooner.
Off the face-off, Robidoux in front. Here's Matt Robidoux, backhand save. Made. He gets the puck right back again. Skates in front, gets a backhander off, knocked down, didn't get through. And the Potsdam Stoners will move it out to center ice. Here comes Potsdam to the Massena line, knocked away, bounces into the corner. After it there, David Park. Park takes it. He gets tied up. The puck squirts free to Mankies. Mankies flips it in front. Goes to Joe, but he just bangs it down the ice. And that'll be icing on Massena.
But again, a good icing. Matt Job, good heads-up play that time. Raiders trying to come out on strong side, turned the puck over. Matt Job coming from his weak side wing, picked it up right in front of the net. Wasn't sure where the Potsdam players were, where his teammates were, just dumped it down the ice. Good, smart play by number 21, Matt Job, who's having quite a game here this afternoon, a goal and an assist.
Evans will take the face-off against Robidoux off the draw. Puck comes in behind the net. David Park picks it up. Looks up ice, turns back again, flips it along the boards for Mankies. Mankies gets knocked down. Park follows up, bangs it ahead, turns back again. Park moves it, and finally flips it ahead for Job to Robidoux. Robidoux busts in, can't come up with it, and the puck goes into the corner off a sprawling check by McCluskey. Now battling in is Matt Job. Job trying to center, gets knocked down, and Dangerman comes out, can't grab it. Comes to Mankies. Mankies back to the point. Wood winds up. His shot is blocked. Comes to the other blue line, and the Stoners move it out. And into the zone it goes. Joe Wilson with it. He lost it off the end of his stick. Puck cleared into the corner. Racing for it there is Travis Evans. He loses it. Massena's Joe moves out and just pokes it to center ice. Dumped right back in the Massena zone. Brian Carroll is there. Carroll steps out and starts it ahead. Raiders lead by 1. Headman pass to the blue line, bouncing around Robidoux. Here's Robidoux, swept away from him. Now it's Whitcup after it. Whitcup in the corner, battles for it, has it knocked away, and the puck goes to Potsdam back the other way. Here's Scott Butler again. He's got a man in front. Butler circles and tries to wrap around, and Meacham got over in time and holds the puck. And Butler's shaking his head, but he made a pretty good play of it.
Scott Butler, as we mentioned on several occasions, really comes up his best game, seemed to come out against Massena. He's having another fine one here this afternoon as he's picked up a goal and an assist. And that time down that right side, deep in the corner, in behind the net, and threw it out in front where there was a Potsdam player that couldn't pick up. That might have been Josh Taylor trying to jam it in the short side.
Face-off inside Massena territory. Morris will draw against Angstrom off the face-off, puck in front, and Taylor can't get the shot off. He had the puck side of the net, but the Raiders move it back. Here's Michaud lugging it down the left wing side. He'll dump it. Puck bounces off the puck board right to Rochford. Sharp angle shot. Kick save made. Puck in the corner. Michaud after it. He'll dump it in behind for Rochford. Massena trying to cycle a little bit here. Rochford gets tied up by James Williams, and the puck comes free to the blue line. And, well, never made it to the blue line as it went up into the...
to the girders.
Yeah, and I don't think it came down.
It didn't. It's still up there. The ceiling's fairly probably, those girders maybe 25, 30 feet above the ice, and the Raider player flipped it up and hit a stick and went up on the girder and didn't come down. It's still up there.
Is that 41.8 seconds left, or is that 4:18 left?
I think it's
41.8 is what it is left in the period. Raiders with a 1-goal advantage. Puck comes to the blue line. Smith pinches in to Rochford. He feeds it in front. Right back to him. Rochford can't get the shot off, and it bounces to the blue line. And Kevin Horan comes up with it, knocked away from him, gets it back again. Flips it to the Potsdam line. Stoners control there. It's Marcus Kelleher. Here's Kelleher dumping it. Knockdown comes right in on Meacham. And we're going to have Massena apparently knocked it down with a high stick, so the faceoff comes back in their zone.
High stick just as Potsdam dumped it in. I think it was Paul Rochford reached up, and of course he's not too big. You don't have to go too high for him to touch with a high stick, but not big, but I'll tell you, he plays big.
3-2, Massena leads here with 18.7 seconds left in the period.
And the Robidoux, Menkes, Job line, they want Big Matt out there for this face-off. He's been very successful here this afternoon in winning those draws.
Off the draw, he wins that one too, doesn't he? Yep, comes to Kevin Horan. Horan takes it behind the net. He'll rip it around to himself, gets it back again. Flips by 1, by 2, bangs it ahead to himself again. Wasting time, gets knocked down. The puck comes bouncing free in front. Here's a chance, and they just don't get the shot off. As Kevin Horan wasted, about 10, 12 seconds of that time.
He did, and he just...
checked in behind the net by a Massena stick. I think that was Kevin Horan. Now the puck cleared to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Bounces back to the blue line again, dumped in the corner by Potsdam. And it comes free in front to Horan. He flips it ahead, Rochford. Rochford headman Angstrom a little bit too far. Picked up by Cameron Brown. Brown's headman pass knocked down Michaud to Angstrom. Angstrom takes it across. His quick snapshot save made. He didn't get a lot on it. He had Michael.
Potsdam defender did an excellent job. Just cut him off from going to the net.
Off the faceoff, now it's Robidoux. Wins the draw back to Park. Back to Menkes. Menkes' shot goes by everybody into the corner. Matt Job after it. Job's had an excellent game here. He's got the puck trying to center Robidoux, and it bounces away. Stoners try to clear, kept in by Carroll, who pinches in. Carroll looks to kick it ahead, knocked away, bounces in the corner. Here's Robidoux. Robidoux centering pass. Menkes tied up, can't get the shot up. Back to the point it goes. Carroll shovels it in the corner. Robidoux to Menkes. Menkes looking. He's tied up in behind the net. Nice play by Joe Charleboy. Now it comes free to Robidoux on the right side. Circles to the dot. Here's Robidoux looking, dumps it in the corner for Menkes. Menkes circles around, trying to go back to Robidoux, but it's intercepted there by James Williams. Williams, right across the goal mouth, flips it to the blue line, kept in. Carroll winds up, his shot through traffic, save made, rebound, they fan on it. A great opportunity for Job, he couldn't put a stick on it. Back in the corner again. Puck goes behind the net. Now it bounces free, and finally the Stoners move it to the blue line. Wood pinches in, can he keep it in? He does. Feeds it into the circle. Now it's cleared, but doesn't get out of the zone. It hit Robidoux. Robidoux with it. He overskates, and the puck bounces free. It's still in the zone. Menkes after it. They've been out there for a long shift. Menkes still has it. Goes to Brown. Brown shot. Save made. And Robidoux just got hauled down again after the whistle and no call.
I'll tell you, the Sandstoners just cannot handle this line out there of Robidoux, Menkes, and Job, and they're just too big for them.
Just the face-off. Whitcup kicks it back to the point. Here's a shot right on. The puck bounces in behind. Robbie Whitcup again, centering pass, side of the net. And it bounces free. And the whistle blows. I don't know what that whistle was for, to be honest with you.
Well, no one does because the puck was free, but the official down low, which was on the far side, he blew the whistle. Butch Martin on the near side had a clear view of it. The inexperience by the official.
Face-off. Robbie Whitcup in the circle, battles for it. He gets tied up, kicks it in front of the net, but it's knocked away. And here comes Bunstone. Timmy Bunstone, he likes to lug it. Here's Bunstone right in the Massena zone. Can't get the shot up, passes it in front, and the puck is cleared And Brown will bang it out to center ice, and down the ice it goes. And that'll be icing on Massena.
Great rush by Bunstone and number 22, Chris Bennett, who's just beside himself because he found himself the possession of the puck wide open in front and could not beat goaltender Matt Meacham. And young Chris is coming to the bench beside himself, knows that he could have had the tying goal right there. And Chris, the son of Gary Bennett, former Holy Family hockey player, and Gary's a promising bet up here in the Potsdam area.
Off the face-off, the puck in the circle, in the Massena zone. Brown picking it up, flips it to the blue line. Kept in there at the point, bounces in behind the net. In the corner it goes as they battle for it. Torrey Russell has it knocked away by Chris Levine. The puck squirts the blue line. Wood knocked away from him. And Russell, there's a scrum right side of the net. Finally, it's dumped in behind. Steve Smith picks it up. Here's Smith to Brown. Brown has it knocked away. Here's a shot in front. Kelleher, and I don't know if it got through or if Meacham made the save, but it goes into the corner. Raiders are going to clear it to the blue line and out to center ice. A little bit of a problem by Massena here clearing the zone. Now the Raiders will make some changes. Potsdam back the other way as they take it across, and offsides will be the call.
Adam Wood, a converted forward for the Raiders, did an excellent job as he had Josh Ward tied up in front as that shot came from the point through a lot of traffic. Meacham made the save but couldn't locate the rebound. Josh Ward couldn't get a stick on it because Adam Wood had him tied up. Excellent defensive job.
Angstrom's line out there now. Angstrom, Michaud, Rochford. Off the draw, the puck trickles back to the Potsdam line. James Williams with it. He'll drop it on the other side for Cam Brown. Dumps to the Massena line. David Park. Park, headman, knocked away. Back inside Massena territory. Here comes Josh Taylor. Winds up. His shot is blocked, and it trickles in on Meacham, and he'll hold on for the faceoff.
11:30 left in this third period. Raiders clinging to a one-goal lead, 3 goals, 3-2, excuse me. 1 goal in the first, and both clubs getting a pair in the second.
Is Wall Street taking you on the ride of your life? Now's the time to open a safe and secure North Country Savings Bank high-interest certificate of deposit. Stop in at any location of the North Country Savings Bank. Off the face-off, puck goes out to neutral ice. Controlled by David Park, knocked away. Here comes Josh Taylor, and offsides will be the call.
Ooh, Josh Taylor picking up that loose puck and going in offside on the right side. Scott Butler just by an eyelash. That would have been a 2-on-1, a great scoring opportunity for the Stoners.
11:17 left in the third period. Raiders lead it 3-2 on the Evergreen Memorial scoreboard. Off the draw, puck comes to Brian Carroll. Carroll bangs it ahead, intercepted, comes right back to him. Carroll gathers it in again, flips it down to Angstrom, intercepted again. And it's Charlebois into the Massena line, gets a shot up, but it's blocked by Carroll. Carroll rips the puck around to Michaud. Michaud can't come up with it, but he manages to move it ahead to Angstrom. Angstrom overskates, knocked away. Now they move it to Rochford. Rochford can't quite come up with it. And back the other way comes Butler into the Massena zone, does a shift at the blue line, and then flips it in the corner. As he was waiting for some help, now he wants off. Now the puck comes in behind the net. That was Mike Morris with it. Loses to Angstrom. Angstrom's headman to Michaud. He lets it go by. The question is, did he touch it? Apparently he did. I didn't see it, but the Raiders will take it. Comes back to Menkes at the blue line. Menkes trying to center, knocked away. Good block there by the Stoners, and they move it out to center ice. That was Travis Edmonds. And now he dumps it down the ice, and it'll be icing against Potsdam. We're down to 10:19 left in the third period. The Raiders lead it 3-2.
Michael Morris, a converted defenseman playing up front today for the Stoners, came from West Potsdam that time as he had, I think he had, it was 23, Paul Rochefort lined up at the last second. Rochefort saw him coming and just avoided him. He would have put him in East Potsdam.
Face off left side. Robidoux out there wins the draw to Menkes in front. Shot. Ooh, and I think the save was made. Hit the goalpost too. Puck in the corner. Comes to Job. Job to Robidoux to Menkes in front. Backhand chance, and the save made again. And I'll tell you what, you mentioned it, Potsdam having a big problem with this line.
Yeah, they're just too big for them physically. They can't handle them down, and when the Raiders get it down low and cycle down there, they just they have their way. And that time, Pete Dingerman had to make 2 good saves. He's getting a little upset because that traffic is really flowing through that crease area.
Off the face-off, Robidoux can't get the shot off. It's knocked away. Kelleher clears it, and Smith can't keep it in. Went off his skate. Comes to Massena line, trying to flip it ahead. Bounces to Robidoux. Robidoux to Menkes. Menkes has it kicked away. Comes to the Massena line. Right back to Robidoux. Robidoux's pass knocked down by Kelleher. Back checking. Goes to the Massena line. Kevin Horn with it. He'll drop it to Steve Smith. Smith right to Job. Here comes Matt Jobe right down the middle. Makes the move, trying to slide through into the last second. It's dumped down the ice by Potsdam for icing. And the whistle will blow and the face-off will move back in Potsdam territory.
Matt Jobe, we mentioned big youngster. He's got to be 6'1", 6'2". If I can find him on my chart here someplace. I know that he's got good size. Now there he is, the list of him is 5'10". I'm sorry, yeah, he's with those skates on. 5'10", 185.
What they didn't agree on the icing call. The face-off is at center ice. I don't know. But anyway, off the draw, it comes to Wood in the Massena zone. He fanned on the clearing pass, knocks it down to the blue line and out to center ice. Picked up by the Stoners, Cam Brown, dumps it to the Massena line. Inside the zone, it comes to David Park. Park takes it in behind the net, steps by the check, moves it on the wing. Chris Levine. Levine trying to clear the zone and does, but that's going to be too far, and it'll go all the way down for icing, and we'll move the face-off back inside Massena territory.
Got a feeling, Jerry, with 9:11 left to go, that need another goal for this one to stand up.
Oh boy, I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to count on it staying 3-2.
I don't think it's going to end 3-2, but both these clubs knowing the importance of this game, how important it is in the standings, coming in here with 6 points apiece, 2 behind league-leading Canton.
Face-off right side in the Massena zone, off the draw. Here's a shot right by the goal mouth, and in the corner it goes. Stoners control, dumping it. It's Wood, lost it off the end of his stick, centers it right in front. Here's the shot, and it's fanned on, and the puck trickles out to center ice. The Raiders caught a huge break right there, and a golden opportunity for Eric McCluskey. Now the puck into the zone again, Massena territory. Comes to Brown. Brown just bangs it ahead to Levine. Levine can't come up with it, neither can Whitka. Back the other way comes Josh Taylor. Taylor takes it across, steps by the check, it's knocked down. There's going to be a penalty on Massena. And the Raiders touch the puck, and we'll have a whistle. And it's going to be tripping.
It's going to be Adam Wood will get the gate. Has the Potsdam defender just danced around him, and he just had to trip him to prevent a clear breakaway. But Raiders back on their heels a little bit. Unforced errors in their own end, a little sloppy in their own end. You can't do that against a good club. They'll take advantage. And Potsdam going on a power play here with 8:35 left in the game.
Face-off will be in the Massena zone. Angstrom out there with Rochford, Smith, and Carroll. Mike Morris will take the face-off, wins the draw in the corner to Butler. Here's Butler, knocked away by Carroll, but he manages to get it to Morris. Morris centering pass knocked away. Smith flips it out by way of Angstrom. Angstrom just tipped it down the ice. And back it comes. Dangerman will leave it for Eric McCluskey. And now we got another penalty. And I think interference will be called on the goalie as Pete Dangerman knocked down, who was that? Angstrom, yeah, as he was going by the net to pick up a loose puck. Dangerman kind of stuck the stick out or body out or something and knocked them all over.
Oh, he did. He stuck the stick and the body and the equipment. Bad penalty by Pete Dangerman. But that's just frustration. As I said, they've been running him through that crease. There's been a lot of traffic, and he's been getting hammered. But it's not a good time to take a penalty. Puck dumped in behind the Potsdam net, and Engstrom going to forecheck and going between the goaltender and the net, and Dangerman just interfered with him.
Off the faceoff, puck in the corner. They battle for it. Engstrom gets a shot on it, and it's knocked away. Comes to the blue line. Kept in there by Rochford. He backhands it. Smith now whacks at it. Smith still whacks it. It comes out to center ice and comes to the Massena line. Carroll gets a piece of it. Trying to move it out of the zone, but it's kept in the corner. Goes in behind the net. That's Scott Butler again battling for it. He gets tied up by Smith as they fight for it behind the net. Morris comes in to help out. Now Carroll, the puck squirts free into the corner. Bunstone after it. Rochford takes him into the boards, and the whistle will blow as they tie it up.
Getting back to that Pete Dangerman penalty, again, you're trailing by a goal. You're on the power play with 7.5 minutes left in the game, and it's just not, and especially your team had been coming on with a little bit of momentum in the last couple of minutes, Jerry, and that kind of quells that, turns that momentum the other way.
7:44 left in the third period. 3-2 Massena leads on the Corky scoreboard. Robidoux wins the faceoff. Back to Carroll. Carroll goes to Smith. Smith looks up ice, right on the stick of Robidoux. Robidoux upended by Bunstone. The puck comes bouncing free. Carroll whacks at it. Comes to the Massena line, and across the blue line it goes. There's going to be a penalty. Here's the shot. Meacham makes the save, and the whistle blows. And we're going to have a high sticking, I believe. So the Potsdam Stoners will go right back in the power play.
Right back on the power play, and
That's Mankey's getting the gate.
Steve Mankey's picking up the gate. Just prior to that, Timmy Bunstone, we mentioned what a fine looking hockey player is, but he's only 5'6", 155 pounds. But the old-fashioned hip check, I'll tell you, he pulled that one out of the closet and he nailed Matt Robidoux head down right at center ice. Leo Boivin would have been proud of him because that was a beautiful classic hip check.
So Leo used to do a few of those, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Here's Bunstone with the puck out by the blue line. The quick snapshot, and Meacham got caught out of position as it changed directions. The puck comes in behind the net. Stoners control. Here's Butler. Butler drops it off. They got a shot, and the save made by Meacham, and he'll cover up and hold on for the faceoff. 3 seconds left in the initial Massena penalty. 20 seconds left in the Potsdam penalty, and 1:12 in the second Massena penalty.
4-on-3 situation. 4 skaters for the Stoners, 3 for Massena.
Still 3-2 Massena. Raiders. Robidoux wins the faceoff. Raiders clear, but not out of the zone. Comes back in behind the net. Comes to Steve Smith. Here's Smith looking. Has it knocked down. Comes to Butler. Here's Butler. His pass. They try to get it in front. Stolen away by Carroll. Carroll in the corner gets tied up. Butler back after it again. Puck squirts free. Potsdam gets their man back, and they got a power play again. Here's Carroll. He's going to lug it himself. Brian Carroll with it. Oh, trying to feed it through to Engstrom. Almost got him. Engstrom chases in after it in the corner. 40 seconds left in the man advantage. Engstrom dumps it back along the glass. Deep in Potsdam territory. Timmy Bunstone. He and Robidoux go down. And another Potsdam player in there as well. And the puck underneath him, so the whistle blows. And we'll have a face-off. I think that's Mike Morris in there. 6:25 left in the third period. 30 seconds left in the Potsdam man advantage. 3-2 Massena leads.
Reminded me of one of those domino exhibitions they put on where they, the dominoes topple. We had 3 or 4 players just following one after another in the corner to the right of Pete Dangermond.
Off the face-off. Rochford flips it in behind the net. Picked up there by Marcus Kelleher. Kelleher will start out. Here's Kelleher to center ice. Into the Massena zone. He's still got it. Takes it in the corner. Takes it behind the net. Raiders got bunched up a little bit. Back to the point. Flipped in the corner again. Potsdam on the power play. Rochford steals it and dumps it out to center ice. Good job there by Paul Rochford. 5 seconds left in the man advantage. Sandstoners dump it in the zone. In behind the net it goes. Big David Park after it. He looks to tie it up in the corner. The puck's still free. Here's Potsdam in front, but it bounces right across the goal mouth, and it's going to come to Aaron Michaud. Michaud just flips it down the ice. That will not go far enough for icing. And back in the zone it goes. Picked up by Joey Charlebois. Charlebois dumps it in behind. Charlebois gets it back again. Flips it along the boards. Nice play as they move it to the blue line out to center ice. Michaud steals the puck. Flips it right back. Rochford. Engstrom trying to go to Rochford. Rochford chasing it down in the corner. Rochford to Engstrom. Puck gets away and he gets knocked down. Picked up by Charlebois. Joe Charlebois with it. Flips it along the boards to the blue line. Stoners dump it out to center ice. Here's Robbie Whitcup. He lost his edge, fell down, and the Potsdam player falls over him. Puck bounces free. Here comes Potsdam back the other way. Into the zone it goes. Josh Moore shot save. Rebound goes side of the net, and the Raiders come up with it. Moving it along the boards is Steve Smith to the blue line, not out of the zone. Smith after it in the corner. Takes it in behind the net. Still has it. Smith, he's going to lug it ahead. Now he flips it on the wing to Robbie Whitcup, too far. And the puck intercepted. Kelleher. Both teams changing. Raiders still lead 3-2 as we're down to 4:40 left in the period. Here's Brian Carroll with it. Carroll steps by the check. Carroll lugs it down the ice. Here's Carroll doing the move. Carroll takes it in front. Shot, and he fired it wide. That was almost a carbon copy of the goal that he scored. Now we have a whistle. And too many men on the ice.
We got a hand up here. He's not sure. The official, Mark Layton, he hasn't indicated. He's going to call a penalty. We'll see what the deal is. He's calling a high sticking against somebody. I do believe it's against Potsdam.
It's going to be on Potsdam, and it's going to be Marcus Kelleher.
You've got to be when you're officiating, when you make a call, you've got to be emphatic. That young official down there, he's not sure what he's. And Coach Joe Stark is really going up one side and the other because no one in the place knew what it was. He put the hand up, but no indication until he got to the bench, and very meek and mild about it. You got to be assertive out there.
Make the call, right or wrong. Make the call.
Make the call. Be assertive.
So the Raiders go on the power play here with 4:26 left in the third period, leading by a goal, 3-2. Off the face-off, puck dumped down the ice into Massena territory. In behind the net is Engstrom. Engstrom picks up a forechecker, has the puck knocked away, battling in the corner for it. And some good hustle there as the puck's still free. Finally, it's picked up by Engstrom. And that was some great, that Joe Wilson, and he did a great job. Puck dumped right back in the Massena zone. The Raiders in disarray here on their power play. Got to give Wilson credit. Now Massena finally moves it ahead. Robidoux. Headman pass. Mankies. Mankies drops it for Carroll. Carroll takes it across. In the corner. Carroll knocked off the puck but stays with it. Here's Carroll going to Engstrom too far. Back to the blue line. Park keeps it in. Flips it in the corner. Goes in behind the net. And nobody there for Massena. The puck dumped to the blue line and down the ice it goes.
Really don't need another goal here, Jerry. Just can't turn it over, and they're deep in their own end on this power play.
Here comes Robidoux, and he caught. Mankies got caught in the zone. Offsides will be the call. 3:28 left in the third period. Raiders lead 3-2. 32 seconds left in the Massena man advantage.
Down to crunch time. I'm sure Coach Brian Levac reminding his defensemen not to pinch unless you're absolutely sure that you're going to keep that puck in the zone, because
you don't want to give up any odd man rushes.
No odd man rushes this stage. 3:28, and you're protecting a one-goal lead. I'm sure that Coach Latham probably shorten his bench just a tad here.
Now somebody's going to call a timeout. Probably Massena? Yeah. No, it is Massena. He went to point toward Potsdam, and then he said red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Timeout with 3:28 left in the third period. Raiders up by 1, 3-2.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny. We talked about Coach Ed Latham going over and talking to the officials after the first period. It kind of worked.
Well, sure.
The Raiders have had the calls after that.
Well, you have to prime the pump, I guess, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But he had we said we weren't going to talk about the officials, Jerry, before we broke our promise. But he had every right to be a little vociferous. In his
That's right.
In his wanting an explanation at the end of that first period. But it's been a good hockey game, an enjoyable hockey game. Both clubs, Raiders having more scoring opportunities than the Stoners. But we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, big disadvantage size-wise. I'm really surprised, I guess is the word, that Potsdam is not bigger than what they are. I just expected them to be bigger, but they're not a big club.
Now, Massena's, it's not one of their better games, I have to admit. They're not too much.
And Marcus Kelleher, and Pete Dangermon's a big reason.
He's had a good game. No question about it.
Unofficially, we had Raiders up through 2 periods at 22 shots. They've got unofficially about 5 this period.
Face-off just outside the Massena zone after the offside pass. Now, what are they arguing about? Where the face-off is, I think. They're going to put it where the pass originated from. But see, it wasn't offsides. And actually, he took it in across offside. The face-off should be right in that circle right there.
That's right, Coach Latham.
So this is a valid argument.
Yes, it is.
But it's not going to win. Off the face-off, David Park with it. Over to Engstrom. Engstrom starts down the ice. Here's Engstrom taking it across into the corner. Engstrom behind the net. Still has it. Here's Engstrom moving it in the circle. Carroll back to Park at the point. Back to Carroll. He steps in, winds up the shot. Save made, Dangerman. Mankies picks it up from behind the net, flips to Carroll in the corner. About 7 seconds left in the man advantage. Here's Carroll to Mankies. Mankies back to the point. Park does a good job to keep it in. Engstrom, and the penalties elapse, by the way, as the puck goes around the boards to Carroll. Carroll gets knocked away, and here comes Potsdam. Headman pass into the zone, and across the blue line it goes. Engstrom picks up the loose puck, clears it to center ice. Big Robidoux with it. Here comes Matt Robidoux. Takes it across, fakes the shot, goes by the defenseman. Robidoux in front, goes to Job. Job winds up the shot, save made, and the puck goes in the corner. And it slips all the way back out to center ice. 2.5 left to go in the third period. Raiders by a singleton. Comes to Kevin Horan. Horan just flips it to the Potsdam line. Picked up there by Charlebois. Comes to the Massena line. Smith. Smith steps by a check, takes it across. Here's Smith trying to battle his way through, but goes into the corner. And Coach McLennan is saying, get back, get back. Here comes Potsdam, but it's stolen by Job to Robidoux. Robidoux takes it across, gets knocked down. Back comes Potsdam the other way. Into the zone. Here comes the shot in front, and Butler couldn't quite catch up with it. And a defensive mistake gave Potsdam a 2-on-1. Will not Will not tell you who made it, but he lunged for the puck, and that allowed the Potsdam guy to tip it by him and go in on the 2-on-1. And I'll tell you, if it had been a good pass to Butler, it would be a tie game.
It would be a tie game. It was a 2-on-1 situation. The pass was about 2 inches too far, but they got the Raider defenseman carrying the puck down inside, down below the dot. You've got a forward filling back here, but you don't want that at this stage of the game. 3-2 hockey game, a minute 49 to go. You want to have your best defenders back on the blue line. I'm sure when they go to the bench, Coach Brian Levack's going to say something to defense. Hey, dump the puck. Why are you down there? We don't need you down that low right now.
Now Potsdam will call their timeout, and that'll give us a chance to tell you that our broadcast brought to you by Tony's Pizza, a new sponsor for the month of January. Tony's for delicious Italian food in downtown Massena, pizza, calzones. Stop in, and they, of course, have delivery as well in Massena. Also, Tri-Lakes Home Medical Equipment on East Orvis Street in Massena. Nationwide Insurance and your local Nationwide agents, Robert Adams and Robert White. North Country Savings Bank, locations throughout the North Country. Upstate Telecom and the Hart Haven Shopping Plaza. Also by Seaway Orthopedics on Outer Andrew Street in Massena. Sullivan's Office Supply, Massena Savings and Loan by Coke and Powerade. By Seacom Federal Credit Union, Massena Building Supply downtown, Reynolds Metal St. Lawrence Reduction Plant, and by Massena Optics in Massena.
Jerry, the Raiders caught a break at the end of that power play also when they were, again, caught up in the offensive frenzy of the thing. The Stoners broke away in a partial 2-on-1. It was a 2-on-2 and then turned into almost a 2-on-1. David Park could have been called. He got partially beaten, and he pulled the Potsdam defender down inside the blue line. Could have easily been called a penalty. So they did dodge a bullet right there.
That's right. Well, we've got a minute 49 left in the third period. The Raiders lead by a singleton, 3-2. And we're going to come out with Engstrom, Rochford, and Michaud. Potsdam coming back with that Morris line. Morris, Taylor, Butler off the draw. The puck comes to Bunstone. Bunstone dumps it into the Massena zone. Smith after it. Picks up the loose puck, trying to flip it ahead on the wing. Comes to Engstrom. Engstrom bangs it out to center ice. Rochford battles for it there. Rochford trying to come up with it. He still has the puck. Now it's finally taken away by Morris, who drops it to Timmy Bunstone. Bunstone trying to get by the check. Here's Bunstone. He's got room. Takes it across. Bunstone centers it in front, but it's knocked away. The big reach of Kevin Horan. Now the puck back to the blue line. The shot knocked down. Rochford bangs at it. Doesn't clear the zone. Smith takes a whack at it. Flips it over on the other side. In the corner, Horan. Horan moves it out to center ice with a minute left. Horan from the red line into Potsdam territory. Raiders make a change. 1 minute even. Puck inside Potsdam zone. Long headman pass. They try to get the guy breaking, and they do. Here's a chance in front. The shot, they fire it wide. Here's the puck right on, and it goes in the net. And that puck came from out by the blue line, and I think it bounced off a Massena defenseman, and we're tied at 3.
The Stoners have tied it with 46.6 ticks left on the clock, and basically what happened, Raider defenseman jumped up, intercepted a Potsdam pass. They had a guy in behind the defense. They threw that long pass up there. He read the pass, jumped up, intercepted the pass, tried to carry it into the zone, lost the puck. Potsdam came back with a 3-on-2 situation. Puck went into the corner around the boards, and they just came back to the point. They directed it towards the net, and it hit a stick and hit something in front. Jerry changed directions. Matt Meacham had no chance on it.
So it's a 3-3 tie hockey game. And I'll tell you, this was the Raiders to...
Stoners have tied it with 46.6 seconds left.
Off the face-off, the puck goes along the boards, picked up by Marcus Kelleher. Here's Kelleher, dumping it deep in the Massena zone. In behind the net, David Park. Park flips on the wing. Job doesn't clear the zone, dumped right back in the corner behind the net. Park again battles for it, goes to Job. Job to Robidoux. Robidoux, he's got Menke's breaking. Here comes Menke's busting down the left side. Winds up the shot. Save made Dangermont. He had some room, too, to go in further. Now the puck in the corner. Goes in behind the net. 12 seconds left. Job back to the point. Carroll's shot. Deflected just wide by Robidoux. Puck in the corner. Kept in there. Robidoux with 4 seconds left. We're going to go to overtime right there. Yep, there's the overtime. Play after unfortunate play.
Well, they didn't. They could have played a little smarter defensively in that last minute and a half, and it cost them. But strange goal. Josh Taylor gets the goal. I don't know if there's an assist on it. We'll pick it up. That coming at the 14-14 mark. But just the Stoners just trying to direct the puck towards the net and jam everyone in front. They had several guys in front, but it was going to go wide, and it hit something and redirected just inside the far goal post. But Steve Menke's had a chance to win it here in the dying seconds. Great lead pass from Robidoux, and he crossed the blue line. As you said, he could have cut in. He could have cut into the net because that defender wasn't that close, but he elected to take a shot from about the dot, and good shot.
It was a good shot.
Dangermond made a great save that was headed for the top left-hand corner.
So we've got overtime. This will be our second overtime of the year. We saw one a week ago yesterday against Seton Catholic, and the Raiders dominated the overtime but couldn't score.
But this one has got to be going into the overtime. I'm sure the Stoners are going to have the momentum. When you get one in the last minute to tie it, you're definitely got the other team back on their heels. And I'm sure both coaches are saying, good, sound defensive zone coverage. Don't make any foolish blind passes. If you're under pressure, just dump it. And then conversely, when you're up at the opposite, shoot.
That's right. Potsdam, they shot, and it went in the net somehow. That was one of those seeing eye goals that didn't have anything on it at all, and it somehow found its way through and got in the net.
Well, and the key it all started where they were able to have that 3-on-2 rush when they shouldn't have had that in the dying seconds, Jerry. All you had to do was just cross the blue line, dump it in deep. You didn't need another goal, and the Raider defenseman elected to carry it and lost it. Turned it over in the neutral zone. The Stoners make the transition. Away they go. That initial transition didn't result in the goal, but it got it into the zone. They took a shot and went wide. The puck came back around
to the point,
and he just golfed it. It was, I don't know if Taylor or I think somebody else. Taylor got the goal, but it hit something in front. Whether it hit a Massena player, I couldn't tell, but it changed directions. And I think Matt Meacham at the time was without a stick. If my memory serves me correctly, he had somehow lost his stick in the melee. But a tough, when you're 45 seconds away from a W, and especially how important this game is, that's a tough blow. So Coach Latham and staff will have to pump his team up.
Oh, yeah, this is, they still have a chance to win it, but they've got to, Potsdam, you said, they're going to have the edge here as far as momentum is concerned. The Raiders, though, with that huge size advantage, really didn't take advantage of it in the third period very much.
Well, as they got probably in the latter part, they were saying, okay, let's at times maybe protect that one-goal lead, although that didn't hold true all the way through because they didn't follow that philosophy in the dying minutes. But here we go.
That's when they need to follow it. Robidoux will take the face-off. Off the draw comes to the Massena line. Carroll flips it ahead. Robidoux just pokes it, or Matt Joe pokes it in the zone. Picked up there by Mike Morris. Morris starts it out. On the wing to Butler, gets the return pass, comes to the Massena line. Carroll back ahead to Mankes. Mankes feeding Job. Job takes it across, has it knocked away by Bunstone. Here's Bunstone circling, flips it to the blue line. Carroll keeps it in, or tries to, gets knocked down, and the puck bounces out to center ice. Mankes after it. Mankes lost in his skates. The puck bounces in front, shot fired wide. Now it comes back to the other point. Cleared in the corner. Back to the blue line, Robidoux to Mankes. Mankes can't gather it in. Bounces to Butler to Morris, and he dumps it in the Massena zone. Job after it there. Matt Job starts out. Steps by a check. Steps by another check. Here's Job taking it across. He goes in the corner, gets knocked down. The puck bounces free, and it's cleared around the boards by Potsdam. Both teams making some changes. Back the other way come the Sandstoners. Into the Massena zone, dumped into the corner. Back behind the net it goes. As they battle for it there. That's Wilson with it. He can't control. Comes to Michaud. Michaud ahead to Angstrom. Angstrom and Rochford, 2-on-2. Here's Angstrom right down the middle. Has it swept, checked away. Puck goes in the corner. Angstrom still after it. He gets knocked down. And the puck bounces free. You'll have to commit something bad to get a penalty called on you here. Puck in the corner now. Bounces free. They battle for it. Rochford trying to come up with it in behind the net. Squirts around to The near side, Chris Bennett to the blue line, doesn't get it out. Steve Smith winds up, shot through traffic, save made. Dangermond will hold on to the faceoff.
Pete Dangermond, through traffic, was able to pick that puck out and made a big save and elected to hold on for a faceoff. Smart move as Chris Bennett and Tad Inkster was at Stevie Smith hooked up over there.
Yeah.
A couple of heavyweights.
3:12 left in the overtime. A 3-3 tie here. Potsdam scoring in the last minute to send it into overtime.
And almost, they had a great opportunity. It was Josh Ward just into the overtime as Massena turned it over in their own end. And from a fairly tough angle, Josh Ward just whizzed one by the far post.
Faceoff comes inside Potsdam territory. The Robidoux line back out there off the draw. Puck goes in behind the net. James Williams after it. He gathers it in. Here's Williams. Moves it to center ice. Here comes Potsdam back the other way. Across the blue line, stolen away. Goes back to the Potsdam line. Back is Bunstone. Dumps into the Massena line. David Park. Park flipping ahead for Robidoux. He's got him. Here's Robidoux. Oh, and it's kicked away at the last second by Williams. Williams out to center ice. Down the ice. That'll be icing against Potsdam. 2:43 left. Oh, Robidoux almost had a breakaway.
Oh, boy. James Williams made two plays, one at each end. Led coming out of his own end. A great pass up here to one of his forwards. And then defensively has David Park hit Matt Robidoux just outside the Potsdam blue line with a long pass. And Robidoux went to flip it between Williams' skate, but somehow James Williams was able to kick it to the boards. Nice defensive move by number 9, James Williams.
Yankees will take the faceoff off the draw to Robidoux. Robidoux back to the point, Carroll. Here's Carroll with it. Backhand pass to Job. Job turns it around. Shot. I think that might have hit the goalpost. Back to the point, Carroll. Winds up through traffic up into the wall as it was deflected, and we'll have a faceoff inside Potsdam territory.
Oh, coaches love to see plays by like number 19, Josh Taylor, who just came out and threw his body as Brian Carroll was winding up with all kinds of traffic in front of Pete Dangermond. And, that just sends shivers through your spine when you see a shot like that coming. But Taylor slid across and deflected the puck. Great defensive move.
Top of the circle, Robidoux. Off the faceoff, Park keeps it in to Matt Robidoux. Robidoux back to the point. Carroll flips it in the corner, goes in behind the net to James Williams. He'll wrap it around the boards. Park fires it behind the net. Goes in the corner. Robidoux after it. He and Morris go together. Robidoux wins the battle in front. It goes back to the point. Park winds up his shot, deflected into the corner again. And finally, Bunstone will ice the puck, and down the ice it goes.
And again, Jerry, we've talked about it on several occasions. This line of Menkes, Robidoux, and Job, they're just Potsdam has had all kinds of trouble with them when Massena gets it in that offensive zone. They're just too big and too strong for them, and they just have their way inside. And the Stoners dodged a bullet there.
Faceoff will be inside Potsdam territory. Angstrom's line back out there. Angstrom, Michaud, and Rochford. Off the draw. Puck in the corner, 2 minutes even. Here's Angstrom in behind the net, centering pass right in front, and they're fired wide by Rochford. I think it comes back to the point. Smith winds up through traffic, it's blocked, and it's picked up by Horn. He dumps it ahead. The Raiders have to get onside though, and Potsdam controls. They don't clear the zone. Rochford with it, flipping it through to Angstrom. Here's Tad, short side shot, save, rebound. They battle for it, and Dangermond, well, he thought he had it. The puck came free, and there's some pushing and shoving behind the play. And we'll have another face-off inside Potsdam territory.
Pete Dangermond to the rescue for the Stoners as, again, Potsdam turned it over inside, and Rochford jumped on it and got it over to Engstrom. Engstrom got the shot off. Dangermond made the save. Rochford picked up the rebound. Dangermond stoned him. Just a couple of big saves at a key moment with 1:38 left in the overtime by the Potsdam goaltender.
Engstrom will take the face-off against Morris. Off the draw. Raiders win it. Rochford in the corner, trying to pass to himself, but he couldn't quite come up with it. It comes to James Williams. Rochford on him behind the net. Morris comes back to help out. Here comes Mike Morris out of the zone. Morris carrying the puck into the Massena zone. Winds up, shot, fired it wide. Puck in the corner. Around the boards. Raiders trying to clear the zone. It goes bouncing in behind. Steve Smith after it. Smith just flips it ahead for Rochford. Takes a funny bounce at the blue line. Trickles out to center ice. Bouncing puck. Here comes Michaud with it. Flips it in the zone. Aaron Michaud overskated. Goes after it. Here's Michaud. Centering pass in front. Engstrom. Backhand shot. Save made, and another big save. Not a hard save, but a big one. Here comes Potsdam back the other way. Bunstone with it. Has it knocked away. Bouncing puck comes to Engstrom. Takes it back across. Trying to flip it. Back to the blue line. Robidoux winds up the shot. Fired it wide. And the puck goes in behind the net. We're down to 40 seconds left. Puck in the corner now. Stoners control. And they look to move it out. Carroll keeps it in. Here's Brian Carroll, steps by a check, skates in front, shot, knocked down in front. Back comes Potsdam. Out to center ice. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Here comes Potsdam. Scott Butler offsides. Ahead of the play was Josh Taylor. Raiders got caught up in the frenzy, and it almost cost them.
Oh, boy, I tell you, this crowd here, it's been treated to a lot of excitement in the last couple of minutes. First, the Raiders with a couple of great scoring opportunities. Brian Carroll, who picked up that clearing pass, and he could have got that thing through. 3 red shirts in front. Then back, the Stoners come 2-on-1, and Josh Taylor going offside. Wow.
Robidoux takes the faceoff off the draw. Puck in the Massena zone. Carroll bangs it ahead to the Potsdam zone. Back to the Massena zone. Carroll again. Clips it ahead for Mankies. Nice bounce pass to Robidoux. Here comes Matt. Backhand shot. Hit the side of the net with it. Didn't really get much of an opportunity there as the bouncing puck comes to neutral zone. Here comes Potsdam. Flipping it across in the corner. 3, 2, 1. It comes right in front. And the buzzer sounds. This one ends a tie. And I'll tell you, the Raiders have got to feel like this is almost as bad as a loss.